Hi, Steve Arterburn again. Guess you're getting used to this shirt and jacket. But this is our 11th session together as we're studying the 7-minute marriage solution. 7 things to stop, 7 things to start, and 7 minutes that matter the very most. And this session, we're looking at that 5th thing to start doing. We're looking at the 4th thing to start doing. And the 4th thing to start doing is to start spending money responsibly. Now, there are a lot of things involved in this particular thing to start doing. And it's not easy, I know, but you can do it. One of the first things that you can do to be responsible with your money is to not get divorced. That is probably the biggest waste of money that you'll ever experience in your life. Attorneys make a lot of money, or people keep a lot of money, or they think they are, and they just waste it away trying to soothe their wounds. They've done some really amazing studies, and they find out that 10 years after the divorce, more people are financially distraught. More people are in worse financial shape than they were when they were married. But it isn't just a financial issue either. They find that the people that were almost ready to divorce and do so are much less happier than the people who actually were about to divorce but stayed together. Those people end up happier. Now, the reality is they did another study on happiness, and they put people who had won the lottery and people who became paraplegics into a study. And 1 year later, they discovered that actually the paraplegics' level of happiness was just a little bit higher than those who had won the lottery. And you can see why, because the lottery people think that every problem is going to be taken care of, everything's going to be happy and wonderful. The paraplegic thinks life is over, nothing good is going to happen, and then over time, the lottery person discovers how empty money is, how quickly it goes away, often leverage themselves into debt and then go bankrupt, while the paraplegic discovers that life isn't over, that some really good things can happen. So my point is, if you think that getting that divorce is going to be winning the lottery for you, it isn't going to produce the result that you thought. So you want to stay married and not mess up your kids through divorce and not mess up your life. But also, you want to do some things like to eliminate the impulsive part of your financial life. No impulsive purchases, no impulsive gifts to other people, no impulsive trips that you can't afford. If you can get the impulsivity out of your finances, it's going to go a long way to help you become financially secure. And of course, you want to eliminate the compulsive, not just impulsive, but compulsive spending. Find those things that you end up spending so much money on that if you started to save, it would start to change your financial picture. And of course, you've heard 1,000 people talk to you about the value of getting out of debt. And I hope and pray that you'll be able to do that. But the biggest challenge in a marriage is for both couples to agree on what your financial goal is and agree on the strategy to get there. You don't want to be 30 years from now still struggling at the same level you are today because you spent everything. You don't want in 20 years from now to be unable to make a big purchase or put children through school because you were irresponsible. And you want to be planning for the unexpected, because in this life, the unexpected happens. You lose a job. The health is destroyed. Kids move back in. All sorts of things can happen. And so when we make a decision not to be financially perfect, but immediately start to make some responsible financial moves that lead us eventually to where we are out of debt and we're generously able to give, but we're also secure in that we've kept some money back, we've invested it well, we've been responsible. Then we can take that area that is such an area of anger and friction and resentment, and we could turn it into a big plus for our marriage. So sit down with your spouse and just ask each other the question, how could we start to be more responsible in our financial management? And so that financially, both of you, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, are going to experience the blessing that accumulated money, accumulated giving, accumulating your blessings is going to bring to you. And I pray that for you. Responsible financial management.